Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. This is Adnin and today we are playing NBA 2K25. Today's matchup is between the New Orleans Pelicans facing the Boston Celtics. Alright, let's do this.
Coming up next, the Celtics taking on the Pelicans. For the Celtics, they have to feel blessed, losing only once in the last 9 games, doing all the little things to get wins, and they want to keep things rolling along tonight. Pelicans, Celtics, tip-off just moments away.
This for my city, this for the top, this for the win, this for the win, this for the crown, this for the crown, this for my homies and brothers, they know that I love my God, I'm holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you come to my city. We thank you for coming, we thank you for coming.
Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. Taking a look at Boston, they're sitting at the top of their conference right now with the #1 record.
You know, for the Celtics, they've just been relentless coming out of the gates. And what I love is that everyone is focused. You couldn't have asked for a better start.
Yeah, and it's to no one's surprise. This is a well-run, well-coached organization. They have a strong culture. They're going to be a tough out for anyone.
And checking out the New Orleans opening lineup. On the perimeter, they'll go with McCollum and Ingram. Then there's Zion Williamson. Then it's Murray, and it's Messi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Boston, the core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Holiday at the 1, with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 down low. You know, Grant, for players that move to a new team in the offseason, have they had enough time to get adjusted?
Well, you know, BA, it depends. Some guys blend right into a new squad.
Oh.
But for others, it takes a lot of repetition to get a feel for your teammates.
Now here's Brown. No good with the triple.
Come on.
Williamson passes to Murray. Here's Messi. Pass to Williamson.
Oh.
Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That one on White. Well, Coach, Zion is always must-see TV when he plays. It's his availability that is questioned.
Yeah, it is, Brian, but he's been healthier. And when he plays, there's nobody like him in the NBA with that size, skill, and force.
First one falls for him. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Good on both.
Oh.
Zion Williamson seems
That's
intent
fine.
on silencing all the doubters moving forward, Grant.
Yeah, BA, he's not taking any more questions about conditioning. His physicality and play really answered that question now. He has been looking better than ever.
Hits the trifecta.
Nice.
And Tatum takes a lot of threes. And you see why, given he has this kind of accuracy.
White against McCollum. Pass to Williamson. That's in.
Oh.
Coming off an assist from McCollum.
Oh, wow.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Tatum, a screen on Murray. Holiday against Murray. Holiday passes to Brown. Shot clock at 6. It's held in by New Orleans, and this is their first time matched up with the Celtics this year. Williamson passes to Murray. Here's Misi. Pass to Williamson.
Oh.
And he lobs it up.
Oh, nice. Oh, wait.
It's blocked.
Well,
Good.
Holiday is a phenomenal defender. A
It
point
is,
guard
it
who
is.
can block your shot if you're not careful.
Tatum, a screen on Murray. To the inside. And stolen by Williamson. Murray inside. Defended by Brown. And there's Murray. That one's good. And the assist from Williamson.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now here's Brown. The kick out to White. Tatum, a screen on McCollum. White for 3. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Well, for obvious reasons, this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in White running the pick and roll.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. I asked Coach how they plan to limit DeJounte Murray tonight, and he told me we have to match his energy on both ends of the court. DeJounte is a player who can create something out of nothing with the intensity that he plays with. We can expect to see a lot of hustle on the court tonight, B.A.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's Porzingis, following the score by New Orleans.
Well, if Porzingis gets within arm's length of the hoop, he's not going to make many mistakes.
And it's Willie Green calling the timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Jones, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Hawkins comes in for Murray. And looking at overall steal numbers, here are the teams that continue to wreak havoc. 5th, New Orleans.
This team will punish you for sloppy ball control, no question. They've got a lot of fast-handed guys just waiting to take advantage.
And it's Williamson with the ball for New Orleans. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. And counted from 19 feet away.
Well, you know Ingram has such a good all-around game. No problem at all from that mid-range area.
Coach, when you talk to Ingram's teammates, they always bring up his remarkable work ethic.
Well, Brian, Brandon Ingram works hard. He loves the game.
Sloppy.
He wants to be great. He spends a lot of his free time studying the game instead of just hanging out and doing other things.
Now here's Ingram. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. There's 48 seconds left in the opening quarter. They set the pick. Lets it go from deep. The shot by Jameson,
come
no
on.
good. The Pelicans
was
have
so
gone
close.
4 of 8 and looking in control. And Ingram gets it to go on the assist by Williamson. Williamson's got 3 assists in the game. Celtics trail by 4. Down low. 24 seconds left in the first quarter. For New Orleans, they've gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Here's Hawkins. No made baskets yet. Takes the 3. And Zion Williamson gets the 3.
Zion keeping the defense on their toes right there.
Outside, Brown. They need this. And
Oh,
that's
come
not
on.
gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's New Orleans. They lead by 7. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pelicans.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
They've got Peyton Pritchard, and it's Jamison in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the Boston 5. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
The Pelicans have a young
Oh,
star
come on.
Brandon
Okay.
Ingram and Zion Williamson. And
Nice.
CJ McCollum said, to win in today's NBA, you need those big, versatile forwards who can do a little bit of everything. We have two
There we
best
go.
in the league, and when you're playing well, it
Come
makes
on.
the game easier for all of us. Brian.
It's a great perspective. Thanks, Allie. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Celtics trail by 4. And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently. They have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
Now here's Murray. 17 points in his last outing. He drops it from range.
Yeah, Hawkins seems pretty confident shooting from any spot on the arc.
Tatum passes to Jamison. They set the pick. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Murray.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Watson. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Here's Mason, defended by Jones. Here's Jamison. The bank shot, no good.
Well, he can't get anything to go right now. It's time to look at affecting the game in other ways.
Got a hand on it. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
And he stays with it. Left side Watson. Second shot opportunity. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Celtics trail by 9. Here's Pritchard. He's scoreless. Tatum a screen on Murray. Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. Back to Pritchard. Shot clock at 5. Drills it from deep.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
And it's Willie Green calling the timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. The Pelicans making a switch here. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. On the wing, Jones. And the Pelicans miss again. Celtics trail by 6. Outside Holiday. Tatum a screen on Murray. Holiday passes to Tatum. Hey, strong move, Tatum.
Yeah, there's that added strength of Tatum really helping him down low.
Tatum against Ingram.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
McCollum outside. Williamson passes to McCollum. Ingram against White. Tries it from 19. And there it is for him. Ingram's got 6.
Nice touch from the mid-range. Ingram looking confident, rising up and shooting from there.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. Porzingis putting the size to work.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Stan, after his 12-year playing career, Willie Green has made a seamless transition into coaching.
Yeah, first of all, Willie Green is a person of very high character,
Nice.
Second, Brian, he consciously started preparing himself to coach while he was still playing.
There we go.
And then he was able to work on great staffs under great coaches. And now he's an outstanding head coach in his own right.
And the Pelicans with possession here, following the bucket by Boston. Oh, Zion, just a bully inside.
Well, to Zion, a little bit of contact is nothing. I'm not even sure he feels it.
Outside Holiday. Porzingis sets a screen. 32 seconds left in the second period. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
Zion Williamson, that's his first.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. So both teams making some changes here.
At the line, Kristaps Porzingis. At the line with one shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Yeah, Kristaps Porzingis, a solid shooter from the line.
32 seconds left in the first half. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Sweet little floater. Ingram's gotten 4 this quarter.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
White for 3. Misi grabs the board. Misi's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. They kick it out to Murray. Tried to bank it in, but it misses.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open.
That's funny.
Not able to connect that time.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. The Pelicans on top, they lead by 3. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Thanks for joining us for this fun-filled burst of basketball bliss. We kick off tonight's show with the power rankings across the league.
Checking out Boston. They've continued to play well, creeping up in the rankings. Hard to argue that they shouldn't be the number 2 team on this list, Ernie.
You could maybe even make a case for them being number 1, but at the very least, they've shown they're elite. Now let's check back in on our game and the powerful performance from Zion Williamson.
He's feeling it, exploiting the gaps in the defense, getting high percentage looks.
Defensively, you have to find a way to seal those gaps because he's making it look too easy.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. It has been a clinic out there by Zion Williamson.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
So for New Orleans right now, Ingram is the 3, with Zion playing the 4. Murray and McCollum make up the talented backcourt, and it's Misi in at the center position, walking down the middle.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want
There
to
we
see.
go.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Zion Williamson is a play one of one. His teammate CJ McCollum told him, your ceiling is unlike anything the NBA has ever seen, but it's up to you to take full advantage of whatever it is. You can be as good as you want to be. This game will go where you take it. Brian?
You know, Allie, at his best, he is unstoppable. Clock at 6. Here's Ingram. And again, New Orleans, no good.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Porzingis with a screen on Murray. Holiday passes to Porzingis. And a
There we
slam
go.
dunk by Porzingis.
Expertly executed pick and roll by Porzingis, dropping into a good scoring position right off the screen.
Here's Murray. His scoring ability is impressive, averaging 20 a game. And we've got a timeout called by Willie Green. He'll take the opportunity
Nice.
to regroup.
They're calling on other timeout.
Their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well,
They've
Brian,
called
here's
3
what
so
people
far.
have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hard-working, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Jason Tatum.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Ingram finds Murray. Three-pointer,
Nice.
no good.
Well, I'm sure this wasn't what they planned coming out of the locker room. They need to calm down and regroup.
White, the pass to Tatum. The kick out to White. Porzingis sets a screen to the middle. What a finish from Porzingis.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assists.
Pelicans trail by 3. Murray looking around. Here's Williamson. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of the half.
Pass to Murray. Here's Misi. Here's Williamson, defended by Porzingis.
Oh, come on.
Let's look back on this past month and see the teams who are lights out from three-point range.
Just had to.
Number 1, New Orleans. The 4th spot held by the Celtics.
And I love the way both teams are shooting
Hopefully
the
he misses
three-ball.
one.
They're shooting it with conviction, and it shows up in the numbers.
Shooting 2.
That one's off.
And you
Yeah.
look at Zion. His combination of size, speed, and strength can be extremely difficult for a defense to have to deal with.
Good on the second one.
Yeah, the physical abilities of Zion are truly next level. His build, his strength, I mean, it makes him difficult to defend and totally unique.
Now here's Holiday. No points so far. Nails it from 3. And the Celtics lead by 5.
And their defense has taken a turn for the worse here in the second half, allowing way too many easy looks.
Pass to Misi. And here's Ingram. Here's the pick. There's the 3. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
Well, Ingram can go shot for shot with anybody in the league. That 3 at the other end only seems to fuel his fire.
Now here's Brown, averaging around 5 points a game. Porzingis.
Yeah, that's what's
Porzingis
up.
with the jam.
Tossing the pass to the interior. That's what you want
KP
to do.
with the two-handed
Get
jam.
into the paint.
.143 left in the third. Ingram against Brown. And that one's good. Ingram's
He just
got
pushed
13.
Yeah, huge game from Ingram. He does this so often. Maybe one of the most overlooked stars in the league.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Both teams will make substitutions. .133 left in the third quarter. Holiday with the ball. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Well, this is the thing about Holiday. He keeps coming at you.
Boston shooting their second and third shots at the line here. And he drops it first.
Yeah.
The first thing that comes up when you think of Drew Holiday, defense. He's probably the best perimeter defender of his generation. He can guard multiple positions and gives full effort every night.
Holiday hits a
Yep.
both.
That's what's
Productive
up.
trip to the line. He doesn't
We
like to
got
leave
the
points
two.
on the table.
Now here's Williamson. Not a lot of room. Zion! Aggressive on the
Whatever.
interior.
A monster down low. Zion is scary.
The Celtics with the lead. And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Here's Mason. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Man, good whistle there.
Boston shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
At the line for 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Nice. One more. Come on. Here we go.
So he gets
Oh,
them both.
nice.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Murray against Holiday. Pass to Williamson. Lets it fly. It's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Yeah, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
And there's a pick. Here's Mason. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Mason's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Holiday against Murray. Jones with a screen on Holiday. Inside. Pass to Williamson. Back to Jones. Just 4 to shoot. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. Lets it go from the wing.
Nope.
Doesn't go that time.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Celtics out in front, leading by 6. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Yeah, and if you have both guards dishing like that and putting up points, wow, a coach's dream.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Celtics lead by 6. They've got Xavier Tillman. He's out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Jamison in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Boston 5. Mason, no good.
Come on.
New Orleans has gotten 3 of their 7
Come on, I
threes to
was so
find the net in
close.
this matchup. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
And there's some nice chemistry on offense. They're just taking what the defense allows.
Boston has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Mason the pass to Jamison. Intercepted.
Ooh.
It's an even 3-on-3 break. Here's Ingram. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
All right, I gotta slow it down.
Great night so far, playing passionate offense
Gotta slow it
and finding
down.
lots of quality looks.
And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Pritchard, the pass to Jamison from 6 feet away. It's good. Off the glass. Jamison's got his first 2 points.
And they're shooting with much more confidence here in the second half. The field goal percentage is now over 50%.
Well, clever as always. You can expect McCollum to spot and exploit those gaps.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Boston with some changes. Cadiz checked in for Tillman, and Holiday subbed in for Pritchard. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Boston's gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Now Holiday to the paint. Here's Tatum. It's Tatum.
Yeah.
Working inside.
Yeah, great execution in the pick and roll. Tatum being rewarded for his effort there.
Right side Jones. And here's Ingram from the arc. Count it. Now 8 for 13
dagger.
on that basket.
Well, that's a huge part of Ingram's game. He can really do damage from the perimeter.
Come on,
They set the
Cato.
screen. Holiday passes to Mason. Pass to Keita. Unloads. He can't hit that time.
Ooh, I was close.
The Pelicans have got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. McCollum's shot is off. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. It's a 1-point game. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. He shoots. Keita no
Again?
good. And we've got a whistle.
Wait,
He was
what?
fouling with a purpose. And in that spot,
Oh, I pressed square. Oh my gosh, I thought I pressed X.
transition take foul. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
They're also doing a good job working the ball inside tonight. The defense has been struggling to slow them down there in the paint.
What's up?
That one drops. He ties it up.
Well, that's what you expect from him in this situation.
C.J. McCollum. He's checked in for the Pelicans.
All right, I gotta slow things down. Be focused.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from
And
deep
try to
in
play
this
some
quarter.
good defense.
Outside Ingram. They get it again. Here's Misi. It's good.
He secures the ball off the glass, does a nice job going right back up.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan.
Celtics Entertainment.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Tatum, a screen on Murray. Here's Holiday. Rebounded by New Orleans.
Come on.
Williamson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside Murray. Here's Misi. Here's Williamson. Some solid defense from Holiday.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Porzingis sets a screen, and here's Brown for 3. That shot missing.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
McCollum against White. Here's Murray. Here's Misi. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Misi's gotten 4 this quarter.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
White for 3. Williams grabs the board. Williamson's got his 5th rebound in this one. 1:09 left in the 4th. It's stolen by Tatum. Fast break. Here come the Celtics to get back on track. Count it! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Now here's Murray. It's tipped. It's stolen by Tatum. There's 45 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. 3-pointer. And connects from downtown.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Down low. It's stolen by Tatum. Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
Porzingis with a screen on Williamson. Tatum passes to Porzingis. And
Yeah, come on.
Well, you see the
Let's
trust
go.
they have in Porzingis. Timely basket.
And it's Willie Green calling the timeout here. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick.
Holiday against Murray to halt the run. Oh, he nails it! Oh, an enormous three-pointer!
Gigantic shot by Murray, showing he is not afraid of the moment.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. .11 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. Now here's White. Ooh, offline.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
At the line for the Celtics, Derek White. At the line for 2 shots.
Come on, come on. It's pretty intense right now.
Ooh, he knocks
Yes.
down the clutch free throw. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Not easy to keep your focus when there's so much riding on those free throws, but that was excellent work in the clutch.
Yeah.
And so it's Boston who scraped by with the win. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.
This has been Adenin. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe.
PlayStation